Okay, hi, I'm Art Thompson with Guitar Player Magazine. This is an amp we just reviewed called the Supro 1650RT Royal Reverb. It's kind of a modern take on an amp that they made in the mid-60s. And Supro's made some really cool improvements or enhancements to it. In the sense, it's got this rectifier switch that has 3 settings on it. There's a 35-watt setting, a 45-watt setting, and a 60-watt setting. This amp develops a pretty fair amount of power with 2 5881 or 6L6 power tubes. And the way this rectifier thing works is, like right now it's on the 35-watt setting. This is in like a Class A mode. If you move it up to the 45-watt setting, it's suddenly in Class AB mode. So it's developing more power. Tremolo there. It's a little bit of a tighter sound, moved to the 60-watt setting, and it's also Class AB, but the difference there is now suddenly it has a silicon rectifier. The other 2 settings use a tube rectifier, so this amp gets a little tighter, a little brighter. Kind of a big difference between that and the 35-watt setting, which is all the way back here. It's not so much something that you hear at this kind of volume. We have to play pretty low in this room, but it's more of a feel thing. So when it's on the 35-watt Class A setting, the feel is just a little bit spongier. The 60-watt setting is just tighter and brighter. This amp has the kind of a tremolo that modulates the output tubes. So it's a little bit of a different sounding tremolo from some amps, say like it's different from a deluxe reverb or a lot of the other amps. And you can kind of hear it in this turn up. Speed and depth controls. This is a foot switchable effect, by the way, but I just don't happen to have the foot switch. At full depth settings, it's a pretty lush tremolo. It's got a pretty wide speed range. Okay, this is the inside of the Supro 1650RT Royal Reverb, and Supro states that this amp is assembled in the US, so I'm assuming that means that the circuit board and some of these components are built somewhere else overseas, and they put them all together. But anyway, this type of construction uses, it's all PC board, so almost all of the components are mounted in one way or another to a board, including the tube sockets, which you'll see down here. And up in this area, tubes are protected by this metal screen. There's the rectifier tube, a pair of 5881s. And one of the reasons this amp has a great reverb sound is this long 6-spring tank down there. It's a pretty cool amp. It uses 2 10-inch Supro designed speakers, and these are an interesting design made by Eminence, and I guess they Supro worked for them, Eminence, for a long time to get the formula right, and they are good sounding speakers. The whole package is a bit on the heavy side. This amp weighs about 65 pounds, so it's as small as it looks. It's not super light, but it's you can't argue with its tone. It's a great sounding amp. It sure looks cool with this alligator blue covering, and so there it is. It's a Supro 1650RT Royal Reverb.